Hello, War Thunder, my fellow gamers of War Thunder. Let me see. Fellow pilots, fellow attack jet pilots, fellow fighter pilots, fellow tank commanders. So, recently, Gaijin had a huge sale. And one of those sales was the Su-25K, and a lot of people bought it, including myself. Now, I notice a lot of people are confused about how to use the air-to-ground missiles. So I thought I would just create a quick tutorial. If you'll see here, the Su-25K, NATO codename Frogfoot, is a Russian attack jet similar to the A-10. And if you go into the preset weapons that it offers, you'll find two missiles, the KH-29L and the KH-25ML. Now, they're both laser guided. And, oh no, wait, cancel. Not that. Test flight. Alright, I'll just go to a test flight. It'll offer up some targets, and I'll show you how these babies work. So, I gotta say, these Russian missiles are a little bit tricky. For some reason, sometimes the missile goes straight. Like, you will launch, I would say they're wild cards. It's like a wild card missile. So you'll launch it, sometimes it'll go straight, and then sometimes when you launch it, it'll go straight, and then it'll start bobbing and weaving, and it may or may not hit the target. The flight paths of these missiles are very, very temperamental. It's like dating an ex or a girlfriend, and she got bipolar disorder. I'm saying, okay, so I'm going to use that medium tank as a target. So you press V to enter laser designator mode, and you press spacebar, and it will turn the missile seeker on. And then you press space again to launch the missile, and it will go wherever your crosshair is pointed. See that? See that? It bobbed and weaved its way over to the target. So here's the deal. It's not, I would say it's not all that easy to get an actual hit with these missiles most of the time. So I'm gonna try and go for another angle on this medium tank. And it's easier if you slow down just a little bit before you launch the missile. Alright, so the way this works, press V, aim at your target, press spacebar, laser designator is activated, space again to launch. Right on the money, there we go. See, I destroyed the tank. Tank is dead. And now there's a pickup truck there that I will launch at. And I will show you that the missile, you can change the course of the missile in mid-flight if you just move the crosshair around. I don't know, in case, let's say you see something else that you want to shoot at right at the last second. But here we go. Actually, I'm going to target this SPAA. So, space, and now put it on the target. Space again. There we go. Now, I will say this: if you move the missile, it is ideal to not move the crosshair after you launch the missile. It is most ideal because if you try to move the crosshair after you launch the missile, like let's say you move the missile, or let's say you launch the missile and then you're like, oh crap, I screwed up, it's not right on target, and then you try and move it. The missile will try to adjust, but it's not very good at doing that. See, look, watch this. I'm going to launch right here. Hit it. I'm going to veer off on purpose, and then I'm going to come back to it. Okay, it worked that time. Huh. Normally that doesn't work that way. At least the big missiles especially don't work that way. Alright, now I'm going to demonstrate the big missiles. Then I'm going to show you my favorite missile. The bigger missiles are called the KH-29. And they work the exact same way, only it seems like they are more difficult to score a hit with. over here. Armaments, KH-29, select, and there we go. Oh no, wait, don't do that. Test flight. These big missiles are very good if you have a bunch of targets close together, but I promise you, they'll do damage to those targets, but they might not kill them. It's like these are high explosive missiles, and unless the target's light armor, you kind of need a good solid hit on the target to actually knock it out. And that goes for the other missiles too. The KH-25, but the difference is, if you were to use this, I would use the KH-25 missiles, because then they give you, you have more shots, I would say. All right, here we go. I'm gonna shoot that same medium tank. Oh no, that's not the one. It's out there. Right there. Same medium tank. All right. I'm gonna hit V. Space. And now I'm gonna aim right at it. Now see, look at the missile. It's wild. And I hit the target somewhat. But look at this. I have it right on the target. So you see, it ain't exactly like, I would say, a guarantee, even if you have the crosshair on the target, that your missile is going to get it. But the flight path of this missile, to me, is temperamental, and it is a problem. I'm going to set this up again. Hit the V key. Spacebar. I now have the missile launch as allowed. And now launching the missile. Now look at this. See, it hit. But you notice how the missile kind of bobs and weaves upside down? I don't know. That just never sits well with me. Alright, and now I'm going to show you my favorite missile on this aircraft. Now, I bet you only thought there were two missiles you could use. Two types of missiles. Well, guess what? If you go and create yourself a whole preset on your own, it gives you access to a missile that you cannot see. Alright, this is the real trick I found of Su-25. So go here. Now click create. Now these are all your hard points on which you can mount, various types of missiles. Now if you click here, you will see this. The KH-25ML is available on the weapon load options they give you. But you will notice this, the KH-25, which is an older version, which is, you don't even see this in any of the presets. And you can have up to 4 of them, just like the KH-25. So, luckily, if I hit save, that would save that preset. But the thing is, I already created a preset for this. And now, here's the trick. Look at the stats for this missile, the regular KH-25. It's roughly the same, only the missile has much less performance in terms of speed and launch range. So maximum speed, 2.0. Well, it's about the same speed. But launch range, 6.21 miles. 4.35 miles. But here's the difference. Look at the missile guidance time. 25 seconds. 45 seconds for the newer KH-25ML. And for these, it's 40 seconds. So for some reason, this has a much shorter guidance time. Now, I'll admit, I don't fully understand the mechanics of how this works in War Thunder. All I know is one thing. When I use these missiles, more often than not, I actually get a hit. Even more than the newer KH-25ML and the KH-29. So, if you are looking for the most reliable missiles in the game, at least for me, it's these missiles. Wait, did I just click realistic battles? Ah, crap. I did not mean to do that. I meant to go to test. Okay, wait. I'm just going to return to the hangar. And go right to the test pilot. Or, test flight. Yeah, so I don't understand why the Russian missiles are much more temperamental than the missiles from the other countries. But I mean, it's just they probably were going for real. Maybe they worked that way in real life. I am not a Su-25 Frogfoot pilot in real life. Test flight. Okay. I don't know. Maybe someone has the actual stats or has like some actual video footage of KH-25s and KH-29s being launched at targets, like test footage or something like that. But I gotta say, for some reason, the older KH-25s just seem to work easier and better with me for some reason. So I'll demonstrate this missile. There we go. It'll be that same medium tank out there. Pull up, hit the V key, lower at the target, hit the space bar, put it on the target, and then hit the space bar again to launch the missile. Dang. It's strange. It didn't really hit the tank that... It looked like it didn't do any damage to the tank, but it did hit the truck. Temperamental Russian missiles. What's funny is, when I fly with the KH-25ML, usually that's what happens. But like I said, the truth is with none of these missiles, just because you lined it up perfectly with the laser designator on the target does not mean you are going to get a hit. There we go. Let's see if this works. There we go. Oh, another thing. Looks like I got both of them. Huh. Very effective. Very effective launch in that case. Alright, now here's another thing. Let's say you have a target and you want to maneuver, like let's say someone launches a missile at you while you have launched your missile. So this is how this works. So hit the V key when you line up on your target. Aim spacebar to lock the target. Now hit the launch button. Now I'm going to exit out of the laser designator view. Now see how it's still on the target? There we go. I can still maneuver around like this. And the missile still goes to the target so long as the target is within the laser designator's field of view. Now you'll see right here, right on the nose is where that laser designator aims out of. If you maneuver outside, or if you maneuver so that the target is no longer within that field of view, the laser designator will lose sight of the target and your missile will just fly off into space. Or, hit something nearby but totally miss the target. But as long if you exit out of the view, the laser designator will actually stay on the target as long as you have the nose pointed directly in that direction. And then if you turn away, it will lose sight. So space, I'll demonstrate that now. I'm gonna launch right there. All right, see, wow, it just went off into space. Well, that was a temperamental missile. Yeah, these missiles, they ain't perfect. I mean, you can get good with them. You can have some good skill with them, and they still won't always strike the target. So that's something you got to be prepared for. And the thing is, you could also line it up right in every way, and the missile will still miss the target. So I'll just say this: with the Russian missiles, have low expectations. Have low expectations, and things will be all right. Try your best. All right, this is Old Games Investigator signing out. If you want more War Thunder content or play Azure Lane or really almost any World War II game, please like and subscribe. I wish you all a good 2023. And I'm clocking out.